What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Hope everybody is well. Sorry, had some technical difficulties, and I had to. My mom's in the background interrupting the audio. Yeah, I had for some reason I'm having issues um, with this, but it's okay. I think I got it going. Let's see. Yep, looks like I got it going. All right, guys. So thank you so much for coming through. Yeah, man. I started this and there was an error with Streamlabs OBS as usual, which is not anything uncommon or new. So, yeah. No, I'm okay. I can see it. I'm good. I know I know I'm live. Yes, my mom like until I got it. I know it's working. Yeah. So, hold on one second. Yeah, I'm trying to get this situated here. So, Salandal, how you doing? Molly December, thank you so much for coming through and for being in the building with me. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate it greatly. Yeah, so today I'm doing something a little different and I'm trying this out, so hopefully it works out. I am going to be doing if you could put that on mute, thank you. I'm going to be doing a workshop that I have done dozens and dozens of times at different places. I've done this workshop in California, Jamaica, St. Thomas, Washington, D.C., several head starts around the tri-state area up north, in Maryland, and now I'm going to be doing it here. So just a brief backstory about who I am. If you don't know, my name is Andre D. Harrison. I'm a father of 3 sons, now a grandfather as well, which I am extremely proud of. Extremely proud of. In fact, let me show you guys a picture of my family as I turn off my phone and my notifications. If you guys give me a second. All right. So let me show you guys a picture of my family. That's my family right there. Those are my babies, my daughter-in-law, my grandpooch, and that's me holding my grandbaby. I had a chance to hold him for the first time 2 weeks ago. Yeah, right? The phone keeps going off, Salandel, all the time. It never goes off until I start recording or go live. Hey, well, first, before I even go any further, let me just acknowledge the people that are in the chat, if you guys don't mind. And we'll do that for a few minutes before we get into this webinar / workshop. So we have Molly December here. Salandal is here also. She was the first one in the chat. Actually, Tiffany Chanel was actually the first one from like yesterday, I think. Tiffany Chanel is here. Shadow Family Vlogs, how you doing? Thank you so much for being here. Foster Family Fun, what's going on? Boo, yes, appreciate you being here as well. Thank you guys, because you could be doing something else this beautiful Wednesday morning. It's the 1st of July. Can you guys believe it? We have successfully finished the first half of 2020. And I mean successfully in a major way because, as you know, 2020 has been a rough year so far. The first half was we survived. The second half, we need to strive, period. All right? 2020 was that year. We're going to be talking about 2020 for a long time, long time. But we just successfully finished and completed the first half of the year. So now we're into the second half, and I'm hoping that we have an amazing end of 2020. I really do. If you have not done so and you're here with me, hit the like button, okay? If this is your first time here, I appreciate you being here. If you can do me a favor and hit the subscribe button and then hit the bell notification so it'll let you know when I upload new videos or when I go live, because I love having you guys with me, okay? So now, back to the content at hand. I have an opportunity from time to time to travel and speak. I started an organization called The Roll Call, which is an organization established to promote responsible fatherhood, and that awarded me the opportunity to do workshops and seminars almost around the world, at least in the United States and in the Caribbean. So it's a great opportunity to be able to travel and speak to fathers and encourage dads to take their place in the lives of their children. And this specific, oh, I got a new subscriber. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. You rock, and I do hope that you enjoy the content. And if you don't enjoy the content, please let me know how I can improve. All right. And another one. Thank you. So that's what I've been doing for the past couple of years. The truth be told, since I started school, or since I started my master's program, it was very difficult. I was working on 2 master's degrees at the same time while working full time. So I had to sort of put the work that I was doing with fathers on the back burner with the heat down very low, not completely off, because I feel like as a teacher, I've continued that work, not so much it being the forefront of my organization. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. But so Nessie, how you doing? Thank you so much for coming through. Jay Kors, hello. How are you? Geysa's vlog is here as well. Thank you guys so much for coming through. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you. So although I was teaching, that work of fatherhood and fatherhood promotion and fatherhood engagement never really went away. I just put it like in the back burner, turned the heat down a little bit, and let it simmered. So it never really, got hot, but it never really turned off at the same time. The right way. Hello, how you doing? So now I figure I'm going to continue. Thank you so much for the subscription. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate you guys joining the family, and hopefully you guys will enjoy the content. And again, if you don't, and you think I can improve in some areas, please let me know. And this is a raid from Rona Vlog. Thank you so much, Rona. Somebody shout out Rona. And if you can, one of my moderators, can you put in Rona's link so that we can shout her out? Grayster, how you doing? Tony Skittles, how are you? Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it if you guys hang out, but I know that there's so much happening on YouTube. So if you cannot stay long, I completely understand. I just appreciate you guys coming in right now and being with me, even if it's for a little bit of time. Another one. Thank you so much for another subscriber. I appreciate it. It makes me happy when you guys join my family. It's an opportunity for me to connect with you guys as well and look at your content and support you. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much. And if you guys can, connect with one another in the chat. We have 16 beautiful people watching right now. If you guys can hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate that if you like this content. Don't like it just because it's going to make me feel happy. I want you to like the content because you genuinely like it. And if you don't like it, let me know why. I would appreciate that too. Mommy Jen's channel, how are you? Thank you so much for coming through. Let's get loud. Yes, let's get loud. I appreciate that. Let's get it. All right. So although it was put in the back burner, the work on fatherhood, it never stopped. And I'm going to try to start moving forward in that space once again. And what I'm going to share with you guys today is a workshop that I would do for parents that I do this workshop for who are in need of some encouragement when it comes to co-parenting. One thing we know is that relationships may not last. And even though relationships may not last, marriages, intimate relationships, sometimes those relationships produce what we call children. Beautiful little adults or little human beings that are caught not and they shouldn't be caught in the middle, but a lot of times they are caught in the middle. And before I go any further, I'm going to introduce you guys to somebody special to me. This way she can go back upstairs and watch on her channel, on her account, to give me the views. This is my mom. I've been talking to you guys recently a lot about my mother. Here's my mom. This is Mommy Gloria, everybody. You can talk right.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
That's my mom. So everybody say good morning, Mom, or good morning, Mommy Gloria, or Miss Gloria, or Miss Harrison, all that stuff. You could just say good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I'd like to get back.
All right. She's here visiting. She's going back. Oh, thank you. She gave me a kiss. I appreciate that. Yeah. So she's going to go back upstairs and watch on her account. Everybody shouting you out. So you got to go upstairs and respond. All right. So, and she's one of the reasons why I created this workshop because she was a single mother, and I watched her co-parent my little brother with who I call my pop. He's not my biological father, but with my little brother's father. I watched them co-parent. So I learned a lot from their experience as well. I learned and I witnessed my brother's outcome and the results of their co-parenting. And I didn't just look at experiences, but I also did some research on this. After I completed this and I went through my master's program in marriage and family counseling, I tweaked it up a little bit because I was given additional data, which more or less confirmed what I was presenting in this workshop. And I want to present it to you guys too. And I don't want to have you guys here too long. Hopefully we will be done at the close of the hour because I want everybody to go to Tiffany Chanel's premiere. That's going to happen right after this at 11 o'clock. All right. And thank you so much, Rona Vlogs, for rating. I appreciate it. Stella Secret Place, hello. If this is your first time here, welcome. Bienvenidos a mi casa. I don't know if I said that right, but thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. And man, you guys rock. All right. So without further ado, let's get into the workshop, okay? The workshop. Here we go. This here is my family. As you can see, I have my daughter-in-law, Tess, my middle son, who's also my clone, Nathaniel. Then that's me in the middle with my grandpooch, Daffy. That's my oldest son next to me, Isaiah. Then we have Gabriel, my youngest, who is pretty far away from us. He's like the outside child. I don't know why he's so far away, but he's pretty far away, okay? I don't know why, but yeah. And then right next to him is a picture of me and my grandbaby Malcolm. Yes, that's my grandbaby Malcolm. So this is why I live. Well, Jesus is the reason why I live, move, and have my being. But this is my motivation for staying alive on this earth right now, because I would much rather be in full eternal fellowship with my Savior and my family. But I want to make sure that my family is okay and established so that I can leave a legacy to them, so that when I do finally meet the Savior, they're good. All right? They're good. All right. And I'll be good too. Yes, you see my baby Malcolm, right, Sweet Nessie? Yes, that's my baby Malcolm. Can't wait to see it. I miss them so much, and I need to make some plans this month, July, to go and see them. But that's my family right there. All right. But it's no secret. I'm a divorcee, and I'm in a situation where I am co-parenting. I am co-parenting with their mother, who is a wonderful woman. I will never publicly say anything bad about her. The reasons why we did not work out is our reasons. It has nothing to do with our children. And that's the first thing that we need to realize when it comes to co-parenting. Whatever issues me and their mother had is between me and their mother, not between me, them, and their mother. They have nothing to do with why we didn't work out, which is why everything that we have, like after the separation, after the divorce, every move that we make going forward has to be the best decision and the best move for our kids. My feelings can't get involved with what's happening with them and their mother. And that's something that we have to go forward believing and knowing. And that's one of the... Now, let me say this. The title of this is The Recipe for Peaceful Co-Parenting. And it's a little bit of a clickbait. There is not one set recipe for peaceful co-parenting. This is not exhaustive either. This is one of many or even dozens or hundreds of strategies that you can implement if you are in a co-parenting situation that would help you, create a peaceful situation within that unique family dynamic. Okay? With that being said, it wasn't God's plan for us to have children outside of the bonds of marriage. And this is the residual response or result of divorcing or having children without out of wedlock, because it wasn't really God's design for family, but we're in the 21st century. It is what it is. And because it is what it is, we got to make the best of it. And I'm hoping that the information that you received today will help you make the best of it as well. Okay. Let me go to the next slide. So, co-parenting with someone you hate. Raise your hand if you have been or are in a situation that you have to co-parent with somebody that you hate. I don't have to raise my hand because I really don't hate my baby mama. I don't hate my children's mother at all. I wish the best for her. And the better we are as co-parents, the better our children will be. So, but sometimes people are in that situation or have been in that situation. And also, and in full transparency, me and their mother haven't always been at a place of peace. Haven't been in a place of peace. And I'm trying to also read the comments as well. So I have this workshop, and I'm not trying to ignore the comments. So if you feel that way, I'm sorry. I do want to try to get through this workshop before the close of the hour. And hello, Allison. How are you? How you doing? Tiffany Chanel says co-parenting is possible. Takes some effort, but possible. Never speak negatively about your children's parent in front of your child, and help encourage relationships between child and other parent. I do not hate anyone. That is a strong word, but I am not crazy about the person either. I feel you. I hear you on that. All right. I want to show you guys this video of an attorney who practices law. She's an attorney, but she had a situation where she was representing a father, and the mother had really deep-seated issues with the children's dad. So take a look at this video. And I'll watch it with you.
Hey there, Marissa B. Grayson, America's Blended Family Expert here. Today's topic is actually for my ladies, and I wanted to come on and talk to you because I just finished a hearing where I represent a father and the mother is very angry and still stuck in whatever occurred in their relationship in the past. And one of the things that both I and the judge stressed was the importance of letting go whatever it is that is having you think irrationally, act irrationally, and intentionally interfere with your child's relationship with their father. The reason that it's so important is because children who are in divided families already have enough strain and stress as it is, because naturally children usually want their parents to be together. And they want to be able to have a relationship with both parents when they are separated. They want to be able to love both parents equally, spend time with each parent. And when parents tend to hold on to the ill feelings that they have for each other, it often gets in the way of that child's ability to fully recognize and do what they want to do as far as it relates to their relationship with their other parent. So I want to stress to you the importance of, if you have any ill feelings for your child's father or even your child's mother, it is extremely important that no matter how justified those feelings are, I'm not saying that you don't have the right to be mad, I'm not saying you don't have the right to be angry, I'm not saying you don't have the right to be sad or pissed off or stressed out or whatever the case may be. The fact of the matter is, those feelings outside of your relationship with that person, they have nothing to do with your child. If your significant other or your ex was a cheater, they messed up as a person. However, that doesn't mean that just because he's a cheater, he's a horrible father. Or just because they've done things in the past that are unfavorable, that does not mean that they're a bad mother or a bad father. And I think that it's hard for people to separate these two, so it often gets in the way of the relationship with the child.
Now, that's an amazing point. And she brings up some really deep things that a lot of us may not want to hear, but it is absolutely true. Okay? So, I'm going to give you guys some information. 3 recipe items for peaceful co-parenting. Now, remember, this is not exhaustive. There are a lot of things that you can implement. This may be an opportunity for you to start a conversation with the mother of your children or the father of your children to find where you guys can create a space that would allow you guys to have a situation that you're co-parenting peacefully. Remember, this is about the kids. This isn't about you. Okay? So the first thing that we have to do to ensure that we are peacefully co-parenting is putting personal differences aside. Putting personal differences aside. You can't secure a healthy future for your children dwelling on the past. The past is the past. And yes, there are some feelings that you may have that you may even not trust again. However, if it happened between you and the other parent, it has to stay between you guys, and that cannot fall on the children. Putting your personal differences aside, you want to the whole goal of raising children is to create secure adults. That's what we're trying to do at the end of the day. We're not raising children for the rest of our lives. We're trying to make sure that they grow up to be secure, independent, responsible, and I'm going to add empathetic adults so that when they grow up, they make the world a better place as well, right? That's our goal, all right? That's our goal. So we are trying to raise adults here, secure adults at that. Next, forgiveness is essential to make peace. Now, I'm not going to tell you that you have to forgive and forget. I don't believe in that, okay? Rob me one time, I'm going to forgive you. But I may not allow you in my house again. It is what it is. I'm going to forgive you. I just can't trust you in my house again. So I'm not going to forget what you did, but I will forgive you. And I won't hold it over your head either. I will not hold it over your head. Unless you ask me to come in my house, then I'm going to be like, remember that time you stole from me, bro? Not going to happen. All right? All right. Forgiveness is essential to make peace. And the greatest lesson parents can teach is the example of peacemaking. Your kids will grow up to be drama-filled children if they see their parents in a drama-filled relationship. So if you guys really want to teach your children something and model it, then you got to model peace. Your kids will learn peace from you guys if you model peace with one another. They will learn how to interact with negative situations in a positive way. You guys are your children's model, all right? So it must be like inbred in you guys or ingrained in you guys after you guys get all the negative feelings out to seek peace with one another, because your children will see that. You may tell your children you need to be nice to other people, but if they can't see you guys be nice to one another, no matter what you say, it's not going to matter, because they're going to mimic and do what they see you model to them. Okay? So please, 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 please remember, the greatest lesson parents can teach is the example of peacemaking. Okay? Next, both parents are equally important. Just because the children live with one parent doesn't make that parent more important. And I'm saying that as a custodial parent. My kids may live with me, but I am no more important than my kid's mother. She has just as much say in what's happening with my kids as I do. Now, the law may state that I can make the final decision, and sometimes I have. But there's been times when I say, no, I want this to happen, but if she doesn't agree and she thinks that it's not best, I got to stop and think, well, maybe she's right. It's not about having my way. It's about what's best for the children. Candy C, how's it going? Welcome to the live stream. I appreciate it. Welcome to the webinar. All right. So both parents are equally important, and it doesn't matter who the child is living with. And if you have the children living with you, if you are the custodial parent and you don't treat the other parent as an equal, your kids will recognize that. All right. And two things are going to happen. They're either going to not take the other parent seriously, the parent that they're not living with, or they're going to grow to resent you for not allowing the other parent to be an equal. Okay. So usually I would ask this, all right? But I'm going to ask you guys, all right? What do you think is the biggest challenge in creating a peaceful co-parenting relationship? If you guys can put that in the chat right now, and if you're watching this afterwards, if you could put it in, if you could leave a comment down below. What do you think is the biggest challenge in creating a peaceful co-parenting relationship? I am going to read your comments. I'm going to collect it, and I'm going to ponder it and maybe do a follow-up to this based on the information that you have given me today. So I'm going to give you guys like a minute. No, like 5 seconds. Okay, make sure you guys keep leaving those comments, and don't stop now. Just keep leaving it, all right? Now, here's one thing that may help you guys, okay? Create opportunities for recreation together with the children. Ooh, this hurts. So, Dre, are you telling me that I need to like do fun stuff with my kids with the other parent? No, I'm not telling you you have to do it, okay? However, if there's a situation where you're sharing children and you guys are stressed out and you guys don't even like each other, creating opportunities to have fun with the kids together may help break that ice and start you guys on a new path to create a peaceful co-parenting situation, okay? I love this video, and I'm going to tell you why I love this video. I'm going to play it for you guys right now, all right? Fun times relieve stress. Having fun relieves stress. Watch this.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Zed.
I love this video.
This is the pillow fight prank. Basically, what I do is I go up to strangers, give them a pillow, and have a pillow fight with them. As we all know, exams are going on right now, and everyone seems stressed. So I thought maybe this way I could make their day. Hope you guys enjoy.
Hilarious, hilarious. My point for playing that is this guy picked random strangers to have a pillow fight with to help alleviate stress by creating an opportunity to have fun. And these people didn't even know each other, okay? Didn't even know each other. Children need to see their parents having fun with them. Now, stop. There wasn't a time where you and the other parent used to have fun together. Let me tell you how I know that. Because there's a child involved. You guys can read between the lines. I know for a fact that you guys had fun together because 9 to 10 months after that, you guys reaped the benefits of that fun. All right? So you guys used to have fun together. But now you guys got to look for opportunities to have a different kind of fun that would help the child see that, man, they could have fun. All right? And imagine this, because kids are not stupid. They know when their parents don't like each other. How do you think your child is going to feel when they know mommy and daddy don't really like each other, but they come together to have fun with them, with the child? How do you think that's going to make them feel? It's going to make them feel happy, secure. It's going to make them think, wow, they love me that much that they are willing to put their differences aside to come and have fun with me. I feel special. I feel important. I feel loved. All right? It allows parents to begin rebuilding a friendship. I come from the school of thought where sometimes you got to burn bridges, right? But I don't believe that. I don't believe in burning bridges and walking away. I believe in burning down bridges and rebuilding them. Now, it may not look like the Verrazano Bridge. It may look like a little rickety wooden bridge, but at least there's some kind of connection there. Okay? If I end a relationship with somebody, I always leave an avenue for a different kind of relationship to be established afterwards. This allows parents to start rebuilding some sort of friendship or co-parenting friendship where the child is the focus of the relationship. How many of us have friends that we know that there's one friend that brought everybody together and they seem to be like the catalyst, the center of everything that's happening? Well, your child is the center of everything that happens in your life right now. And when you guys can come together and that child be the focus, it makes them feel secure. It makes them feel excited. It makes them feel happy. Remember, this isn't about what feelings you have that they made you feel from past hurt. This is about what's best for the child. Okay? And creating positive memories, taking pictures together. One of the most awkward things, and I've officiated dozens of weddings. I've had a chance to go to weddings. And if you guys ever invite me to your wedding, trust and believe, I will officiate it and I will be in the middle of the dance floor dancing my Tootsie off because I love to dance. Okay? But I've been in weddings where the parents of the groom or the bride have been at odds with one another. They can't even walk into the reception hall together because they don't like each other. And then when you look through the video montage and the picture montage, all you see is pictures, and it's separated. You have pictures with mom first, and then pictures with dad first. And then the only picture you see with them together is when they were babies. But after they grow up, there's no memories of them together at all. Now, some of you guys may believe that it's best because, they broke up. They have no business together. They have no business outside of the children together. So I'll agree with you there. However, when we think like that, we think like adults. We think like, well, this person broke my heart or we're no longer together. So even if we have no kids together, we should have no dealings with one another. That's how adults feel in our adult mind and our adult framework of thinking. But as a child, they're thinking, oh, I just wish my mom and dad can get along. That's how they think. That's how they think. So we got to remove our adult mindset and start thinking like, what would this child feel? All right, what would this child feel? Remember, for such is the kingdom of God. The Bible says for children is what the kingdom of God is for. It's who the kingdom of God is for. So we need to start thinking more like children in this kind of situation. Take pictures and record children's videos for the wedding and stuff like that. It's a beautiful thing. And imagine your son or your daughter getting married and them at their wedding watching a video montage or a photo montage of their parents no longer being together, but able to come together peacefully to create moments that the child is able to enjoy when they grow up, to the point where they're at their wedding and they can reminisce on the good times they had. It shows how strong a family unit could be, and it will also help that person develop a stronger relationship with his or her family when they establish it at their wedding. Okay, you guys may not agree, and this is not something that I'm telling you you must do. You could take it or leave it, but I'm telling you that if you can get past yourself to be able to do things like this together, your child will greatly benefit from it. Okay? All right, now I would tell you to ask the person next to you, but because you guys aren't sitting next to each other, maybe you can talk to each other in the chat. What 3 fun activities you can do with your child or children and the other parent? So let's stop and think for a second and leave it in the chat. What can you do? What 3 activities you think you can do with your child and the other parent? Or let's say if you are in a great relationship and you're married to the other parent of your children, what do you think other co-parenting families can do for fun together that would help their child? I'm going to give you guys 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Keep leaving the comments in the chat. And if you're watching this after the fact, please leave a comment down below. And I'm sorry that I'm not engaging too much in the chat. I appreciate if you guys will engage with each other. I want to make sure I get through this because I have a few more slides left and I'm trying to get to Tiffany Chanel's premiere. All right. And thank you so much, Tiffany Chanel. I see you in the chat. Marley December. Brother Herb is in the building. Candy C is in the building. What's up, everybody? So Lindell is still here. My sister from the UK. I appreciate it. Rona Vlog. My Filipino sister from Denmark. Hello. Quick shout out. Stella, thank you so much for being here. All right, let's move on. Now, understanding the common goal is also important. The children's success. We both want the success of our children. And sometimes it's going to require some sacrifice on our part, on the parents' part, to see our child be successful. Sometimes our feelings need to be put aside so that our children can feel successful. That means we got to get out of the bag. My kids, my kids, like if I get upset or I'm feeling a certain way, they'll say something like, "Why are you in your bag for?" I was like, and when they first told me that, I was like, "What? Like I'm in a bag? Like what? What?" Sometimes we got to get out of our bag and get out of our feelings and focus on what's best for the child. How would this make our child feel? All right? So your children are the number one priority. Your child is the number one priority. Okay? That's the number one. You guys had your time together. It didn't work out. So now let's see what we can do to make sure that it works out for our child. Period. Period. Whether you are the custodial parent or the non-custodial parent. Okay? And guys, let's and I'll give this little tidbit. Leave the finances out of the relationship. And I say this and I mean this. If the other parent, the non-custodial parent, isn't paying child support, do not keep your child away from that parent. This isn't child support's not a pay to see a child program. It's not. So if the other parent isn't paying child support or they're not faithful with the child support payments, do not dangle the kids as well. If you want to see the child, then you're going to have to pay the child support. Child support is not a pay to see your child program. All right. It's a pay to help support your child program. So do not ever keep your children away from the other parent, the non-custodial parent, because they're not paying child support. Because the only person that will be greatly that it will greatly affect is the child. You think it's going to hurt the non-custodial parent? It's not. It's going to hurt a little bit, but not that much. It's going to hurt the child a whole lot more if you keep your child away from their parent if they're not paying their child support. That's just a little nugget. Take it. No, that's something that you're going to take. Like, that's not optional. Take that and do it. All right? All right. Your child is the number one priority. Teamwork is the only way that you can make sure that your child is going to be successful. All right? Especially if the child should have access to both parents and the parent wants to be involved. Teamwork has to be involved when it comes to raising a child in a co-parenting situation. That's going to help you create a peaceful co-parenting, relationship. All right. Teamwork is the only way. All right. And do not use the children as pawns to hurt the other parent. Ever. Do not say anything about the other parent in front of the kids. Ever. True story. And my students in my class, they know when I say true story, they're about to get a story. It's not going to be that long, though. I didn't meet my father till I was 31 years old. Not once in my 31 years of life that I can remember my mother ever saying anything negative about my biological father. Not one time. I will say this, though. I would imagine that if she kept telling me that my father wasn't this or my father wasn't that and he was a deadbeat and all that stuff, if she would have told me that, it would have probably poisoned me from young. I would have probably internalized that and thought to myself, well, if my father ain't that, I may not be that either. That's how children internalize information they receive about any parent. Any parent. I will never talk ill about the mother of my children because I know that my kids will internalize it. They will internalize it. We can't do that. We cannot do that. All right? Ever. So do not ever talk ill about the other parent in front of the kids. Ever. I would also say don't talk ill about the other parent to anybody else either, because that somebody else may go and tell your kids, well, your daddy or your mommy ain't blah, 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 because blah, blah, blah. Don't do it. All right? Don't do it. That's another one that I'm telling you not to do. All right? Yeah. It's not optional. Okay. And make decisions that will benefit the child. You want to make decisions that will benefit the child. Not what make you happy. Not what makes you feel good. Don't just negate what the other parents say because you feel like you have the power since the children live with you. That's not going to create a situation where you're able to peacefully co-parent. There will always be drama. The goal is to create a situation where you can peacefully co-parent. And one of those things is to make decisions that will benefit the child. And if you are looking to make decisions that will benefit the child, you will always include the other parent, especially if they seek to be involved. Now, let's see what Children has to say about this. Okay, there's a video that I found online that I thought was touching. Check this out. Yeah, it's a nice video, and we have to really think about what is best for our children. And I noticed that some of you guys have questions in the chat. Hopefully, we're about to. It looks like we're going to end soon, and I will give space for us to discuss those things. Okay, so please bear with me. I'm not trying to ignore you in the chat. I'm reading it, and you guys have a lot of amazing things. But there's also some questions that I do want to address. But after I'm done. All right. So there's no such thing as stress-free parenting. Even if the parents are together, it's going to have a level of stress. And sometimes we're going to feel like we can't deal with that stress. There's no such thing. However, seeking to create a peaceful co-parenting relationship for your child's sake could help alleviate some of the stress or reduce the stress. And that's our goal. Okay? That's our goal. All right. So now, any questions? Let's get into the questions. What I'm going to do right now is, before we go into the questions, I'm going to leave this here for a second. Here is my contact information. Here's the website. If you guys don't know the website, therollcall.org. If one of my moderators can please put therollcall.org, and that's ROLE, call.org, in the chat, so that people can visit the website. There's also the email for it and the telephone number to reach me if you guys have any questions about fatherhood or co-parenting and things like that. And my Facebook information, Twitter, and my YouTube channel, which you guys are on right now. So thank you for being here. And also, that's an image of my book. I am an author, and the book is available on Amazon. So if you search From a Fatherless Father to His Sons on Amazon, it's the only book that title. It'll come up, and you can order that book on Amazon. If you could order it to support me. You can order it to help you if you're a single mom and you're raising sons on your own. You can order it if you have a single son. If you're a single mom and you have a son and they're messing up and you really want to encourage them, or if you know of a absentee father who is refusing to get involved in their children's life, this book may help them as well. So if you want, order the book, please. And and that's my contact information. Okay, I'm going to go back to the questions. So if you have any questions, now's the time to ask. I am going to end this so that we could I can go full screen and exit this right now. So, are there any questions? Do you guys have any questions that you may have? We have about 13 good minutes before I tell you guys to go over to Tiffany Chanel's premiere. So, do you guys have any questions at all? Let me know. And thank you so much, Molly December. I appreciate the compliment. I think it's a great book too. You know, and I'm being totally biased. It's an awesome book. Get it. I am being biased. You should get it. So, Tiffany, Candy C had a question that I wanted to answer. Candy, can you rewrite that question in the chat, please? Can you write that question in the chat, please? It's a good book. It is. It's a book. You forgot that. Now you're going to make me scroll all the way up to find it. All right, let's scroll up. Let me see if I can find it, guys. Okay, there was actually a good question. All right, so Candy C looks good. Okay, it all looks good on paper, but our flesh wants to do other things. How do we overcome that? Well, you got to overcome that by putting your pride aside. The flesh is prideful. I understand that. But if people claim that they really love their children, if they really, really love their children, then it may be a hard decision, but it has to be a decision that they need to make. They got to put their flesh aside. They got to put their pride aside and really think, what is best for my child? What is best for my child? That is what we really have to go into co-parenting situations thinking. It's not about getting my way. It's not. And what's crazy is when we first break up our relationships, whether it's a dissolution of a marriage or two people who have a child together break up, immediately we start thinking, well, how can I get my way in a situation? How can I get the kids to come and live with me? How can I get custody? How can I get child support? How can I? And we're not thinking about, and rarely do people go into this thinking, okay, so we're not together no more. So who would the child benefit best from living with? The child's going to need some financial assistance from the other parent. So how can, what avenues can I take to make sure that the child has their needs taken care of from the other parent? We rarely go into thinking like that when it comes to breaking up relationships with children are involved. Or, how can I make sure that despite whatever drama that we have, I don't let that drama spill onto my children? So yes, it's good on paper, but just because it sounds good on paper and some people may think it's unrealistic doesn't mean that it's not. It can happen. And we know that because there's a lot of people out there, a lot of adults that were successful in creating co-parenting relationships. My mother and my little brother's father is an example of that. Looking forward to reading it. Thank you. You were scrolling too? Yeah, I found it. Are there any other questions? Does anybody else have any other questions that they would like to ask or comments? And I know that some of you guys had some amazing suggestions about what parents can do as far as fun activities with their child. So I'm going to go back and read all of that. AJ, yes, thank you so much for joining us. And it is a very interesting topic. I think also it's a topic that a lot of people don't really consider when they go into a situation where they're breaking up or they're getting a divorce. Because truth be told, it would take a very loving parent and honest parent to say, you know what, although I'm going to regret this, it may be better if the child goes and live with the other parent. It takes a huge adult to admit something like that and make that decision, especially if it's going to benefit the child. So the goal is to do what's best for the child and not what makes us feel good, what makes us feel comfortable. Lord knows I've been put in situations that I've been extremely uncomfortable with. And I allow myself to experience that discomfort in benefit of how my children would feel. I would rather feel discomfort and put myself in a situation that I may not really like if it's going to make my kids feel good. I will do that, and I will do it every time. Or at least I would try to do it every time. I'm not perfect, but I will try to do it every time. I will. That's my goal. Thank you, Candy C. I appreciate you watching, and this is your anniversary week, so I appreciate you watching. And also, everybody, Candy C will be going live tonight. She will be going live tonight. I'm going to put that link for her discussion. Okay, so tonight, if you guys can go into this link that I'm about to put up and click the set reminder so that it'll let you know and notify you when she goes up, when it goes live. Let me see if I can find it. I thought you posted about it. I can't see it on your page, Candy C. Interesting. If somebody can find it and put it up, I would appreciate that. Because she goes live every Wednesday. And also, make sure that you guys go into Tiffany Chanel's Tiffany channel. Tiffany Chanel's channel right now. Click the link and click the set reminder because she's going live in under 7 minutes. You don't go back to work till next Tuesday. Yeah, Brother Herb. Brother Herb, your wife don't go back to work till next Tuesday and you retired? Are the kids still in Maryland? You guys still kids free? Because this is an opportunity for you guys to have a good time and maybe a souvenir in like 9 to 10 months. Maybe. And the kids don't come back home till Friday. What? Turn up. Turn up. All right. Nice. Thank you so much, Tiffany Chanel. So, guys, Tiffany Chanel just put the link into the chat. Please click that link. If you're watching after the fact, I will put a card up somewhere here so that you guys can click that card and go to the live. And I'll also put a card up for Tiffany Chanel's video as well. So please go and support those videos and watch it and all that good stuff. And also, Allison R. says, when it comes to finances towards the child, should be 50-50 because sometimes that is not the case. Yeah. So I'm not sure how it's done in other cities and states. In New York City, they look at each parent's income and they base it on that. So it's more of an equitable system rather than an equal system. So it's not 50-50. It's like, okay, there's 100%. I make this much, she makes this much. So now how do we offset that? So let's say not like a parent, if a parent's not going to pay $50 and the other parent pay $50, depending on how much they're making for the child's needs, it may be a higher percentage, but it's equitable, meaning that I am paying what I can pay percentage-wise, and she's paying what she can pay percentage-wise. And that's how it is in New York City. I'm not sure how it is in other cities, but I like the equitable system because it's fair. It's fair. If I'm making $100,000 a year and she's making $25,000 a year, she should not be paying an astronomical amount of child support. She should not. All right. And I think that for generations, well, not generations, for years, the child support system has been crippling, in particular, men who don't work great jobs. At the same time, some men out there have more than one child from different women, and that's something that they are really going to have to deal with, and that's just the honest truth. Dwayne and Ray, what's going on, Dwayne and Ray? Hopefully I said that correctly. All right, so guys, I'm going to give you guys another minute, and then I'm going to copy and paste. Let me do that now. I'm going to copy and paste Tiffany Chanel's information, and I would like everybody to go there and let's raid her. I think this is going to be my first raid. I haven't done a raid before. So to the 14 people in the chat and watching, please go here right now. Leave a comment. Hashtag Dre Raid or Harrison Family Vlog Raid and all that good stuff. Please do. All right. In Georgia, parents are able to set up their own child support. Aisha's dad and I came up to an agreement, and that's what we stuck until we decided to increase it a few years later. But in New York City, they allow that also. It's not child support's not mandatory through the state, but if an agreement can't happen, then the child support system will step in if one of the parents chooses it. Yeah, first raid. Yeah. All right. So if you guys don't mind clicking that link right now, I am actually clicking it now too on my other device. And I'm in there chilling. Leave a comment. Let them know that you came there from here. And I am about to end this now. So guys, if you are in a situation where you are co-parenting, I just want to give you guys some encouragement. It's not about you. It's about what's best for the child. Put your own feelings aside. Think about what your child would appreciate and what's best for them. Like my child that's coming down the stairs right now, and they're trying to do it really quietly so I don't hear them. What's best for the child, and move forward that way. That's going to help you guys create an atmosphere where peaceful co-parenting can exist. All right? Guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all. You want to come say hi to everybody, Gabriel? Gabriel wants to come say hi with his tie-dye shirt and his PJs. It's summertime, so he can. With his
Hi.
red sleepy eyes.
It's not that sleepy.
No, you got red sleepy eyes.
I do.
Yeah. Your eyes are red.
No, that sucks.
All right, guys. Love you all. God bless. And I won't be posting a video today at 3 because I did this live, but tomorrow there will be a video at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. God bless, guys. Love you, and have a wonderful day. And hit up Tiffany Chanel's stream premiere